Okay, hi guys. Just a short little section. We're going to start Psalm Book 4, and to my knowledge there are 5 books, okay, that we'll be covering. Book 4 is fairly short, so we'll probably wrap up Book 4 tomorrow. But I do have just a short little part here talking about some more serious topics. It'll definitely make you think. But to go ahead and start out here, we have this quote, again by Francis Beaumont, the comedian, if you will, from 1584 and 1616. This quote is, "It would talk. Lord, how it talked." Okay? So when I hear it, I kind of get the sense that this is saying talking too much, saying too much, that type of thing. I could concur with this, how it is important sometimes to close our lips and bite our tongues when it comes to certain things. But the more that we release information, the more it can be received the right way. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take apart this this quote here. This is from, I had to look it up, this is also Francis Beaumont, but it's from the play The Scornful Lady, or The Scornful Woman. And I wanted to get a good context, like, what are they actually talking about, or what's the context, what's the joke? But I could not get the quote, the manuscript of the play, The Scornful Woman. I could not get it. It was like $5 on Kindle, so I'm just like, screw it. It's not that worth it to me, to be quite honest. But I wanted to at least, read a little plot, and I read a little plot. It didn't really make sense with what we were talking about. But let's just go with what we normally go with, which is the definition, right? What is the definition of scorn? Because scorn has come up quite frequently, especially when we were talking in the book of Job. So scorn is the feeling or belief that someone or something is worthless or despicable, or could also mean scorn could equal to contempt. And contempt is the feeling that a person or thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving scorn. So it's very clear, if we're drawing this back to our last discussion, that the Jews that were set apart, right, not all Jews, right, the Jews that were set apart to crucify Jesus, okay, they had a lot of scorn and contempt for Jesus, okay, that was their emotion towards Jesus. We do not have that emotion towards Jesus today, because we recognize his impact, we agree with his ideas, we agree with the way that people should move about the earth, we agree with this idea of enlightenment and becoming our best selves. So today we're not going to associate that scorn with Jesus, but we do need to be careful about where we're placing our interest and our worship, because sometimes it is all about Jesus and not about the one who sent him. So keeping that in mind, we're going to go right into these next sections of Psalms in Book 4, starting out with Book 90. You turn people back to dust, saying, "Return to dust, you mortals. We are consumed by your anger and terrified by your indignation. You have set our inequities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence. May the favor of the Lord our God rest on us. Establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. 1,000 will fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you." Excuse me. Now, see, this is the time. They sense the seriousness of this. They want to be fresh. You made me turn my chair. Sorry, this is serious. Okay, it will not come near you. Senseless people do not know, fools do not understand, that though the wicked spring up like grass, and all evildoers flourish, they will be destroyed forever. They say, "The Lord does not see. The God of Jacob takes no notice. Who will rise up against the wicked? Who will take a stand for me against evildoers? Unless the Lord has given me help, I would soon have dwelt in the silence of death. Come, let us bow down in worship. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, the flock under his care. Ascribe to the Lord, all you families of nations. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. All who worship images are put to shame. Those who boast in idols, worship him, all you gods. Okay. Boom. Mic drop. I'm going to leave this at that. Very serious. I do have to get the day started, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Again, no need for explanation by the amount of times that I've come on here and I've spoken to you guys about certain things. This should become very clear. And now we are starting to see, beyond just the words, right? Beyond just the words, and starting to understand why the words are presented to us at certain times. So God bless you guys. I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for bearing with me during my procrastination times. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you very soon.